Hi yogis, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a few extra tips I use when practicing PINCHA or forearm stand. This is a follow-up to my PINCHA tutorial that I posted a few months ago, so if you haven't watched that yet, it is still on my channel. But let's get into a few things that I feel like don't get talked about enough when we talk about PINCHA. One of the most important components of yoga is using our breath paired with our movement. So as you prepare, inhale and exhale as you kick up and enter PINCHA. It's much easier to activate the core on an exhale, and that reminds you to turn on your core as you try to find balance and strength upside down. Then of course, when you are finding some balance upside down, don't forget to keep breathing. Never ever hold on to your breath. My next tip is to not neglect your hamstrings. This might be really obvious to some as we enter PINCHA from dolphin pose, but many don't think about the fact that the closer you can walk your feet towards your elbows, the more stacked your hips are already over your shoulders, and it's easier to find that alignment in PINCHA Mayurasana. So always stretch the hamstrings, make sure you have a lot of mobility and length there, and it will help so much. Number 3 is learn where to plant your gaze, or where you set your eyes. It's really easy as you're practicing PINCHA to flip over backwards. If you take the eyes too far underneath you, they'll just flip right over the top. So what I recommend for beginners is to begin with your gaze at your thumbs. Once you find your balance here, it's gonna feel like you're really craning your neck. At that point, I shift my eyes slowly to about the middle of this base I've created from my hands and my elbows, so halfway between your fingers and elbows. Then, as you advance in your PINCHA practice, you can begin to shift your gaze underneath you and between the arms. This is what we call shifting the gaze and putting our neck in alignment. My final tip for this video is to just keep going. Even those of us who have been doing this pose for years still have days where it just doesn't quite feel right and things don't feel balanced, but I assure you it is so rewarding once you find a little bit of comfort and balance here. This posture is so fun to play around with, and I promise it's worth all the hard work. Good luck practicing, and let me know if you have any other questions down in the comments.